Hello, I'm Ursula Dubosarsky.
Hi, Ursula. I'm Connor. Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Connor. I'm two laureates speaking to each other. I'm the Australian Children's Laureate, or at least I have been up until this very moment. Today is the day I really take off my laurel wreath and finish up. I was the Australian Children's Laureate for these past 2 years. My slogan was "Read for Your Life." And my mission, I suppose, was, you could call it, was to try and encourage every single child in Australia to join their local municipal library, actually, get their own library card with their name on it, with the idea of becoming a reader for life. And so that's what I've been focusing on the past couple of years. But
that's amazing.
Well, What are you heading into, Connor? What's your mission?
Yeah, so I'm newly appointed Children's Laureate of Wales. So yeah, it's all quite fresh for me. But yeah, I think I want to try and demystify poetry for young people and take it out of the realm of the classical kind of Shakespearean sonnets and Tennessee Williams and all this like eloquent language, and just allow them an expressive tool to express how they're feeling about the world and their place in the world. And I think that poetry is a really strong form to do that once you understand that it doesn't have to be classical kind of, written.
How
pages.
Fantastic. Yeah. So that's the focus of your the next, is it 2 years that you're...
Yeah, so I'm the same as you. Yeah, 2 years, 2 year post, which I think is a nice time as well. It's a good time to implement like what you want to do. I think a year, you're still finding your feet for about 6 months, aren't you? And then you can kind of start getting into stuff. 100%. So yeah, I think too.
And can I say, Connor, it goes in a flash. The whole thing goes in a flash. It was very busy. I'm sure it's going to be for you too, almost hectic, really, even though with the COVID, and all the lockdowns and not being able to travel around in person as much, as you can imagine, as we all have, it's being an electronic laureate. I hope you won't have to be. I hope you'll be able to.
Fingers crossed. Yeah,
that's
I pray I do. I pray.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But either option, I'm sure you're going to be extremely busy,
I hope so.
Talking to children and adults, and I guess you'll be going to, halls, libraries, organisations, parks, theatres.
So I want to try and go to them. Go to schools, go to community groups, go to libraries, take it to them instead of asking them to come to me. Because I feel like buildings themselves sometimes can be a barrier, especially if you haven't been in these public buildings. They might not feel for you.
That's right. And also it turns it into, again, I guess what you were just saying there, instead of being something that every human on earth should have access to, that expressing themselves in poetry, it almost might make it seem like something only someone special can do in a way.
Because it's nothing against buildings, but I think my background, I'm from a working class council estate, so for me, those buildings were always felt like you had to be really talk proper English and speak well and be middle class to go in these buildings, and I just think that's I don't know if it's the same for you, over in Australia, but in Britain, there's a big class divide, and I felt that growing up. So if I can try and remove as many barriers as I can to allow them to access poetry and writing and just creativity, then it just means I go to them,
No, absolutely fantastic. Well, it sounds very exciting. I can wish and hope that I might get to Wales one day and actually see you speak and perform.
I would love that.
It would be just a thrill for me.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, I don't think in the next 2 years you're going to come to Australia, but
hey, never say never. We never know. But I'd love to.
You'd be very welcome. Because everything you're saying is so relevant to all children everywhere. So important. So I wish you, every lots of strength and good health, and spirits. I'm sure it'll be. I've found it a very fulfilling and stimulating and educational experience. I've learned so much. So it's a wonderful opportunity. So
they're the best, though, aren't they? Like when you learn as much from them as they do from you. That's the best kind of.
It truly is.
I don't know the right.
And
yeah,
the way you
like,
can be surprised. Yeah. That's so true. Oh well, look, it's been really lovely to talk to you, Connor.
Honestly,
quite exciting.
thank you.
You know,
Thank
and
you so
me and my magpie will sort of say farewell to Wales from Australia, and wishing everybody, you know, happy Christmas, happy New Year, happy everything that
and the same to you in Australia. Merry Christmas, have a lovely holiday, and a very happy New Year.
Thank you so much. Bye everyone.
Much love.